Kylan, what's been the emphasis for you guys the last couple of days since getting back from Northwestern?
Just growing on that game. We had the lead, around 8 minutes in, we're up 8. For us, being more mature situations, not lack of turnovers, even including myself, miss bunnies, stuff like that. But we passed that game, now we're just focused on Wisconsin.
I guess, how do you treat that? I mean, is it something you have to put away because you've got another Big Ten game coming on Tuesday?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, just next game mentality. I think it was more of a us thing, not executing defensive matchups. We on the defense end, we messed some stuff up with our switches. But I think overall, just trying to get past that game is the biggest thing.
Is that a frustration where maybe it was the things that you did that led to the loss, maybe not so much?
Yeah, for sure. When you lose the game just because you didn't execute everything that you're supposed to as a team, it's kind of really frustrating. But yeah, now we just can focus on Wisconsin. That's it.
How do you, as an older guy on this, kind of spearhead that moving on to the next one?
I mean, right after the game for me, I had a tough night. Couldn't get the ball in the rim. I was already focused on Wisconsin after the game. I can't really dwell on a loss and stuff like that, especially if you know that some little mishaps that you can fix on your own.
But zooming out just a bit, do you feel like you've started to find yourself offensively here on this team?
Yeah, for sure. Just getting more confidence. Right now the shot isn't falling, but just putting the work in. My teammates just keep building me up. So every game I come into with the right mentality, just try to be aggressive.
Yeah, you felt more confidence to drive all the way and finish out.
Yeah, for sure. The lanes and stuff like that's more open here. That's kind of our offense to let the guards and the bigs just operate together as 2 men. But for sure, I've been finding the lanes and stuff like that.
As a team, though, the first time you guys have been in a crunch time 1 or 2 possession game, is that something you just have to go through as a team to feel comfortable or just know what that's supposed to look like?
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad it was a good team early in the season too, because of those games when you get down towards March and stuff like that. All those games are gonna be like that. So now we kind of feel we'll take to try and pull through. All we can do is watch that film and just learn from it.
You guys went 9 of 34 from the 3-point line. Is that something where Underwood gets concerned, or does he say, "Hey, just keep shooting"?
He tells us to keep shooting. He knows how much work we all put in individually, and as a team in practices we shoot it very well. There's no reason to ever lose confidence when you put the work in the game. If it doesn't fall, you just keep firing.
For you personally, what was your process in finding where you fit offensively with the new team? And is there anything similar to going to Arizona as a freshman and having to maybe find it there too?
I mean, yeah, in a sense. For me, I think the biggest thing was being off the ball more. In the last year, I've been primary ball handler. So for me, it was kind of getting adjusted to now KJ bringing it up, me trying to find open space, stuff like that. I think just accepting that role was the biggest thing for me first coming in. And now that I think where my mentality was switch has been helpful for me and him, giving him more open looks and giving me more chance to get down the lane.
Brad's talked about one more offensive rebounds. What's key for a guy like you in that?
For me, I just got to crash more, honestly. That's the biggest thing. I'm a tiny dude. But honestly, if I just go with the right mentality, can't try and get more rebounds, they'll probably just come.
You talk about the lane being more open in this offense. What was that first time you were in it? Were you surprised by how much room you had to operate?
Yeah, when we scrimmaged Butler, I had a really good game against them, but I didn't really in practice and stuff, you go against each other until you go against the defense as somebody else. And I realized how significant that it's way more open. I have to be on high alert, make good paint decisions and stuff like that.
You see from Wisconsin, and obviously they've got a couple good wins under their belt to this point.
Say that one more time.
What do you see out of Wisconsin? They've got a couple.
Oh yeah, that'd be a really good team. I think we match up really well with them. They match up against us too. We've been watching film on them for the past couple weeks. For that last week. But that's kind of our biggest focus right now is just making sure that we come into that game with the right mentality because they're a really good team.
Tanjay comes in as the second leading scorer in the league. I'm sure that's one you're looking forward to.
Yeah, I was really frustrated with the Northwestern game. That coach, can't think of the coach's name right now, but he's a great coach. He kept purposely getting me off the ball and having I can't think of their names, but he kept purposely getting off the ball. So now this game, I get to finally get to go to the matchup where I've been looking forward to it.
Is there any extra urgency heading into tomorrow for you guys, just obviously coming back home, but also to avoid putting yourself in an early hole?
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to go into in conference play ever. That was kind of our thing at Arizona. Anytime we lost one, that the next game is the biggest focus to make sure we get that done. And especially, we don't want to lose at home ever. So that's kind of our main focus, make sure we try to take care of business.
When teams are trying to switch to get you off of who you want to be, what's key for you to not allowing those switches to happen? How do you guys collectively?
It's hard because sometimes I just have to force myself to just stay on that man, But in our defense, that's not sometimes the principle that we have. So it can be frustrating at times and be kind of hard. But overall, my teammates know that I'm going to guard the best player majority of the time, so they try to keep me on there majority of the time.
What kind of pride do you take in maybe turning off somebody's water?
I mean, I take a lot of pride in that. If a coach has to run plays to get me off the ball, then I'm doing my job, right? But regardless, I still don't want to see them score. That's still my matchup at the beginning of the game. But if all I can do is just try my best and guard the best I can. That's it.
Is that just a communication thing on the floor? Like, hey, we're not switching this. I'm on it, or is that
There's times where I have to take leadership and tell them no, I'm not switching. There's definitely times like that. Yeah.
To guard Barnheiser, did you face Arizona 6'6" primary matchup, or is that something new to you?
I'm sorry, no. He was definitely, that was something new for me. Going from guarding point guards and all of a sudden now I'm guarding like a small forward that can do everything. He was strong. He was super strong too in the paint. No, he's really, really good. He's cracking jokes too on the court. He's a cool dude, but he definitely had a really good game against us though.